everybody, welcome back to Carla's Life. Yes, I'm keeping things real today because the video today is about the life of the content creator. What do I do for a living? You guys know this is my full-time job, and I'm telling you, there's some great things.
Hi, Dolly.
There's some bad things, there's some ugly things. For the most part, I absolutely love what I do, and I feel pretty honored that this is my life. Now, yes, I'm in the bathroom with my iPad, okay? If you actually look a little bit closer here, there's a product that I just finished reviewing. So, you know, you kind of move around the house a lot to figure out what's the best when it comes to doing product reviews, brand deals, and so on. So today, it's gonna be all about the content creator life. Let me take a seat and I'll give you the rundown.
Excuse me, that's my seat. We'll talk about this at home.
Here we go. I kind of like my hair down better for this. Okay, let me tell you my story about how I started being a content creator and how long I've been doing it, all that jazz. So believe it or not, if you don't know me, maybe you do. If you just landed on my channel, let me give you a little bit of a background history. I am 38 years old. I was born in Argentina and I lived there up until I was 19 years old. I moved to the US. I got 3 degrees, all in psychology, including a PhD. My field was industrial organizational psychology, and I have worked in the corporate world for quite a bit. I worked for Oracle for about 7 years being a data analyst. Then I did some security analysis. And I finished my career at Oracle developing tools for project management and for, you know, increasing efficiencies in the workplace. And then after Oracle, I have worked at a knife company in the United States. As you guys know, my YouTube journey really started doing knife reviews after my military career, which I have spent 8 years in the US Army. So that's how my YouTube channel sort of started, as a knife review channel. And that's my main channel, Little Fit Devil. I have done that for about a year and I did it kind of like as a side gig, but I wasn't making any money out of it. I literally was doing it just for fun. At the same time, I was also starting my fitness journey. I had just had my son, he's now 10. So at that point, you know, almost 10 years or 8-ish years ago is when I decided to kind of start training and all that. I started posting on my Instagram, my story about, you know, maybe getting in shape and really lifting seriously. So I was growing my Instagram follower base and my YouTube as a side gig. And that's kind of like my first dab into content creation, making zero money, just doing it for the likes. After I did my job in microtech and I lived in Asheville, North Carolina for a little bit, I knew that I wanted to work for myself, and I felt like that was the right time for me to switch from a regular job to content creation. So I took a leap, everybody. I was not making any money as a content creator. I decided to just say, you know what? I'm gonna do this full time and I'm gonna invest all my time in it. So I took the leap of faith and here I am, incredibly happy, making 3 times more than what I made in my last job. Really excited to share my journey with you guys because it really is a fun one. So as I told you, I started sort of like reviewing knives. I was not making any money. I was really just making affiliate money. If you guys don't know what affiliate marketing is, that is when a brand reaches out to you, they give you a product for free and they tell you that if you promote it, they will give you a commission of the sales of that product that you generate. So there's a link that is tracked, and whatever sales you have, then they give you a little bit of a paycheck. It works as a starter content creator because, you know, in the beginning, when you don't have a lot of followers or perhaps you haven't really made a name for yourself, you have to have content, right? So unless you go around your house and you start reviewing things or maybe doing try-ons, then the best thing to do is maybe taking on some of those affiliate products and see what you can accomplish from them. Once you have content out, then brands start reaching out to you a little more, right? And that's when my channel kind of took a little bit of a turn. From a knife channel, I went into creating content for fashion related brands. So my very first paid brand deal on YouTube was a pajama sort of like unboxing. And it was great. The follower base really liked it. So I changed directions pretty much immediately. And I started getting emails for more brand deals and collaborations. I always say that I feel pretty lucky that I have never reached out to a brand for me to generate money. Every single brand deal that you see me doing is because a brand has reached out to me, which means the world to me. I don't even have to go look for a review or a job, if that makes sense. Of course, in the past, I have done reviews for free, right? I realized in the beginning that Shein was a very highly sought after hashtag. So of course I would spend, $30 to $50 on Shein, have a couple of try-ons, and I would, at the very least, make money from ad revenue on YouTube, right? So it's just a matter of taking your time and really understanding how the process works. So let me kind of tell you what I did and how I make money, and then we can talk a little bit more about content creation in my life. Okay, so here's the deal, everybody. I make money in 3 different ways, and actually maybe I can add a 4th one if we really want to, but my main sources of income as a content creator are, number 1, brand deals. Brand deals are about 50% of my income as a content creator. That means that a brand reaches out to me, they pay me to create a video reviewing a product. I get to keep the product for the most part. That's it, okay? What I love about brand deals is that I work with a lot of brands repeatedly, which allows you to really have an income that is repeated so that you know what to expect. I've been very lucky that in the 3 years that I have been doing this, every year I have made more money on brand deals, which tells me that brands are looking to work with me. Maybe I have gotten better at reviewing products, and definitely not only have gotten better, but I have invested in myself. And by that I mean I have hired people to help me out. There's somebody helping me with thumbnails. There's somebody helping me video editing. There's somebody helping me with SEO and descriptions and all that. So as you grow on your channel, you invest in it, believe me, it pays off. Second, I make money via ad revenue, and that is YouTube ad revenue. I don't know if you're familiar with this concept, but when you have a YouTube channel, if you are monetized, and in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Once you reach that, again, it takes a little bit of time initially, unless you're one of those people that went viral on the first video. But for me, for this channel, posting very, very frequently initially, it took me about 2 to 3 months. So once I got there, then YouTube pays you a very small little bit of money based on 1,000 views, and it varies per industry. So if you are in the finance industry, then you're making a crap load of money, because I think the CPM for that is about $14. For me, it depends, because my channel kind of fluctuates between being a fashion, lifestyle, product review channel. So my CPM, I would say, fluctuates between $5 and $12. That's a cost per mil. That means that YouTube pays me on average $9 per 1,000 views. Now that's pretty cool, and that doesn't represent a huge percentage of my income if you really are curious. It represents about 30% of my income. So that is the most variable income I have. Why? Because it really depends on your views. When my channel was growing like crazy, I used to make a lot of money on ad revenue because I was viraling, then YouTube would pay me more. Now I'm at like a stable growth stage where I'm not viraling, but I'm still continuing with growth in subscribers, growth in views, but my income is, not as crazy as when, you're viraling. The cool thing about YouTube ad revenue is that you technically are a Google employee. So at the end of the year, you receive a tax form from Google saying how much money you made on ad revenue. Third way I make money is a subscription-based platform. In my case, is Patreon, where my fans help me continue to create frequent and creative content. So that is how your fans support you on your journey. I have started Patreon about 3 years ago. At the same time, I started this social media journey, and of course, as I grew in social media, my Patreon also grew. So on my Patreon, I typically provide exclusive content by means of photo shoots or exclusive videos, and I give people early access to my YouTube channels, as well as, a little bit of a better touch with me as a content creator. So that platform represents, I want to say, the other 20% of my income. But it varies, right? It depends on the years. Last year, I have had a really great year on Patreon. I'm having a great year as well this year, and it really depends. The way that I see it is, as you grow on socials, Patreon also grows because it gets funneled from your social media into Patreon. And again, there's a lot of subscription-based platforms for content creators. Patreon has been one that I have liked since the very beginning, and I have never really done a switch. But you guys, there's everything that you can imagine. There's Passes, which is a great platform, by the way. I have thought about switching, I haven't yet. There's Fanfics, there's the Clear one that you guys know about, but that I think is not quite content creator based. It's more some other stuff. Anyway, another way to make money as a content creator is subscription based platforms. The other thing that you can do, which I don't, is to sell something specifically, like a physical or a digital product. I am working on it, and that would be like my fourth source of income eventually. It represented a little bit of my income last year, but that is by means of your website, right? So I do have a website, littlefitdouble.com, and I have sold certain products there, stickers, posters. I have done knife collaborations. So that's pretty cool. Here in the future, hopefully, when I have a little bit of more time, I will create something that's called Carla's Closet, where you will be able to buy a lot of the clothes that I try on that I have no more space for. The fourth thing that is my source of income is the revenue that comes from specific platforms. So I mentioned the YouTube AdSense, right? But also TikTok and Instagram have certain programs. I want to say Instagram had a more successful program last year. This year, they have ads on Reels. It's honestly very minimal income. Same with TikTok. They have, their creator marketplace where I make commissions based on products that I promote. So it's kind of like a mix of social media related income, but I think it's more like an affiliate kind of thing as well, right? I also have an Amazon storefront where I get commissions. So very little percentage of my income comes from affiliate marketing. I want to say maybe like 5% max. Now, let me kind of walk you through what a content creator life looks like. Here's the real deal, guys. This is wild, okay? I'm a very organized person, but just look at this and look at this. So here's what happens. I am a content creator in the fashion industry for the most part, okay? I do some beauty products as well, but every time I finish a try on haul, it is a disaster because I'm not gonna just, do one try on and then put things away. I do something that's called bulk creating. So I create a lot of content in one day. I take a few days off and I repeat. So by the end of the content creation day, my house is a disaster. I also live in a 2-bedroom apartment. It is 1,000 square feet. I have outgrown this place months ago. So I'm hoping I switch this situation here very soon. That's one of the bad things about content creation. If you are not organized, and even if you are, you will feel like your things are taking over your life. You also know that I have a gaming channel. So, I do a little bit of crossover around a lot of industries. Gaming is one of my most favorite things to do. So I have a gaming setup. I have YouTube try on haul kind of setup, and then my bathroom is my office for beauty products. So that's why we started the video there. We go around the house so I can show you kind of what it means. But what I'm trying to say with this is, if you are trying to start your journey as a content creator, don't overthink it. I started my YouTube channel with my phone, and I continue to use my phone. I even invested money in a camera, microphone, like a better light. You guys, I returned everything because it did not work for me. I need to make sure that I can bring my phone with me and record wherever I can. I just don't feel like it fits my personality nor my videos to go full on high production. That's why I have my video editor for, to make these videos interesting to you without me having to create this setup that I would never be able to honestly even get. What I did invest on and I did not return was my gaming computer. I have an amazing Dell, it's freaking wacko. I have Alienware, keyboard and mouse and headphones. I did that because my gaming channel required that, and I have to be able to do the streaming there too. So again, there's gonna be some investments you have to do. Make sure you do them when necessary, but you can start a YouTube channel with literally just your phone. Use your natural light, use your house. I feel like people these days like to see a little bit of a more genuine approach than a highly edited video. Again, depending on the industry, but that's my take. I'm gonna keep on showing you around the house while I'm at it. These are my degrees in case you didn't believe me. Now we're gonna go in the kitchen because I'm hungry. You wonder why I'm doing this video. This is not a sponsored video by any means. This is a video that goes in Carla's life, which is kind of like my fun project. But when you're a content creator and you do a lot of things because brands pay you to do them, right? You also want to make sure that your audience knows a little bit about yourself and sees you in a little bit of a more authentic light. Believe me, when I do my try-on hauls and my reviews, I'm always very authentic. I keep it very raw. And I think you can see my personality through them. However, you don't know much about me. So I'm trying to fix that by means of this channel, Carla's Life. So I really hope you enjoy it so far. Let's talk about something that I think a lot of people misrepresent when we talk about content creation. This is not an easy job. People think you're a content creator. Cool, you take photos, you create videos. I'm sure that's not a big deal. If I showed you my schedule of the videos that I have to do and the studying that I have to do, when I review products, I don't just grab the product and I read. I literally am talking to the camera. For the most part, you need to make sure that you test a product, especially if it's a beauty product. I just did a review on my other channel that you will see soon, and it was a laser for your skin, right? There's a lot of specifications. There's a necessary trial period, right? For me to make sure it's working and I'm not, or review something that's not gonna be safe. So again, there's a process. In my gaming channel, I need to play video games. Oh yeah, sorry, that sucks so much. No, it doesn't, but it's time. Time that I had to learn, like for example, Raid Shadow Legends, I would play every day, few hours a day. I would stay up late, because you wanna make sure that you provide a good gaming experience. So content creation means that yes, you get to do the video, you get to do the photos, but there needs to be some prep to it, okay? Every try on haul I do requires me to choose clothes. Then I need to make sure that my background, at least my room, is somewhat put together so I can do the video. And also I need to make sure that I feel good in the way I look to record the videos. Granted, I am not one to wear a lot of makeup, so I try to kind of like go. But it is what it is, sometimes you don't feel it. So some days you're scheduled to record and you're not feeling it and you don't, and then it piles up. So what I'm trying to say is the schedule of a content creator is amazing in that it's incredibly flexible. So I don't need to show up at the office, right? I don't need to ask for time off, and I don't have to call in sick. I'm my own boss, but because of that too, I work pretty much every single day, with a few exceptions if I really schedule them. So the reason why I schedule things in bulk is because I do want the opportunity to take a weekend off, even though I don't do it very often. The other thing that is very much required to be a content creator is not only be an organized individual in putting your things away, but also be organized with your time and your brand deals. If you are a successful content creator, like for example, let's say for me, I am booked up until the next month, right? So I'm booked for the future month. Not only do I need to keep track of all those bookings, but also I need to keep track of payments. I need to keep track of emails and product deliveries. I also need to make sure that I have negotiated with the brand whatever they needed, whether it is usage rights, whether it is a long form video and a short form video, or a cross post in another social. You need to keep track of everything. What I use is Google Calendars to keep track of my posting schedule. And again, this is not just YouTube, everybody. I have 3 channels, but yeah, I also have X and TikTok and Instagram, and I have brand deals in all of them. And then I use Planner Pro, which is a paid app on my phone that is sort of like a to-do list, and that allows me to schedule content creation days, as well as my normal to-dos. Oh, and I have a brand collaboration tracker that helps me make sure that brands are paying on time and that I don't miss deadlines, and I don't miss contracts, things like that. So 3 little things that I work with so that I keep myself in good standing with brands, but also with myself. Hair up again. That's another thing of content creation. You're looking at your face all the time, and when you're not looking at yourself while you're recording, you're editing yourself. I swear, it's really humbling. It's really cool, at least for me. This is like my dream job. Oh my God, I fucking love it, you guys. Sorry, bad word. And here's why. First of all, it's Christmas every day. And actually, I just walked to the kitchen as I was putting my hair up, and I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. It's Christmas every day. And actually, I just walked to the kitchen as I was putting my hair up, and I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna show you. Look at my front door. I'm gonna sho it's packages and packages and packages of goodness and great products and clothes and all sorts of great things. Ta-da! And if I go on a trip and I'm gone for like a couple of weeks or even a week, the amount of packages I get is concerning. My neighbors actually make fun of me all the time. But what I was gonna say, first of all, packages all the time, gifts, you get to try new products. All the things that I always wanted to buy, I get for free. I have not purchased clothes in forever. I have not purchased jewelry in forever or accessories. If there's even as a content creator, if there's something that you like and you have a very big following, you can always reach out to a brand and see if they would collab with you. 90% of the times they would say yes. And I'm telling you, because although I don't reach for brands for brand deals, I would reach for brands just to test the product. And that's cool. And yeah, it is amazing. I get to gift people things that I don't use. Like my mom takes clothes to Argentina to donate all the time. I donate all the time. And I'm not just saying I'm donating shirts, you guys. I have donated at least 5 treadmills this year, 3 electric bikes. I have donated a rower machine, a scooter. I'm telling you, I donate a lot. So, and it's really rewarding when people, get a freebie from you and they're incredibly thankful. I don't have space to keep some of these things, so it does help me out, but it's really nice to say, you know what, I already made my money from this brand deal. I don't need to sell this item. I'm just gonna give it away. So giving away is really nice and rewarding. Donating, I also, try to renew my closet as much as I can and want. So that's another perk. You never have to repeat clothes. You're always kind of like getting new things. I have even had collaborations where I wasn't getting anything but groceries. I have had a collaboration with Temu for a long time where I could shop on their site and I would even get toilet paper. I would get baby wipes and kitchen towels. I mean it. The only thing I had to buy were groceries. So very thankful. I feel very blessed. I am thankful for all of you. And I keep on growing and I love it. And now I'm starting to get some technology reviews, which I'm super excited about. You're going to be seeing me review in Little Fit Devil, at the very least a phone. So like, if you're interested, I would say, yes, the journey is a little bit of an uphill battle and it requires a lot of like learning. But I'm telling you, it is the most fun I've ever had in a job, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I mean, I have had collaborations that had given my son amazing things. So he has gotten all his plushie collection came from a collaboration. His MetaQuest 3 collaboration. Like, seriously, it's so cool because even it's like a family affair. It really is such an amazing experience. Even my mom has gotten amazing things that, we have shopped for together through money from my collaborations. So it has been a real cool gig. So I really hope that if you're interested, I have given you enough information to get started. Did I get stuff for you, Serge? Yes, I did. Believe it or not, I have done collaborations that had him as the star. I had gotten him a treehouse. The bathroom that he has been given to me via collaboration. They say that you end up looking like your pets. Do I look like Serge? I don't know. Okay, if you guys are interested in anything that I have said today, if you have questions, if you want more information, you let me know in the comments and I will create a follow-up video, like a series kind of thing about content creation. I would love to maybe even go more in depth about things. I do have a video coming up, which is very similar to this, but it's all about being a Patreon creator. I would like to show people how to make money on Patreon, how to set up their pages, organize their content, and how it has been so great for me. So I will be doing that here in the near future, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I think that does it. I hope I didn't miss anything. This was more of an impromptu video because I've been wanting to talk about this so much because it's one of these things that I enjoy doing, and I'm so thankful that I get to do it. And I'm thankful to my followers and my subscribers for allowing me to do this, for the brands that have trusted me with all their reviews for the past 3 years and continue to do so. So truly, this is like a grateful style video. Oh, I guess I didn't cover the ugly. And there's like maybe one ugly thing about this, which is, dealing with, trolls, I guess. Here's what I have to say about this. And I'm telling you this because I have been doing this for 3 years now as a full-time person. If you don't have anyone that hates you, it means that you're not growing enough. And I can tell you that because I have been in a place where I was growing a lot, and it seems like all the haters kind of like come out of wherever they belong. But then now, where I am growing in a way that is stable, I don't get pretty much any haters. There might be one hateful comment every 1,000. And that doesn't mean that I'm great by any means and that people everybody loves me. I am aware that that's not the case, but there's something to be said for love your haters, because when they come out, it means that you're actually doing something right. You're growing, people are jealous, they're seeing you. So you're getting out there to new audiences, people that maybe are not used to you. So that would be like the ugly side, you know. You do have to have a little bit of a thick skin, especially when you grow. These people are gonna come out. Just, you know, stay true to yourself. There's nothing you can do. Not everybody's gonna love you. Not everybody's gonna like you, for that matter. They're not gonna like you anyway. So might as well be yourself, you know, and at least be happy with yourself. That makes sense. It is about noon. I have not even made my bed. I haven't even gone to the gym. And I still have one more video to record. This is my pillow, you guys. Do you want to make fun of me for a second? Again, this was a collaboration, but it helps you sleep so that you don't turn and you don't like get wrinkles in your face. Anyway, let me know if you loved this video. If you like what I do, consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. Turn on post notifications. Follow me on social media. I am Little Fit Devil pretty much everywhere. This is Carla's Life. However, my main channel is Little Fit Devil. I do all my product reviews and try-ons and all that over there. I also have Carla Rates, my gaming channel. Check it out if you love it. And if you love this channel, of course, subscribe. What are you waiting for? I really hope you're having an amazing day. I will see you guys soon in another one. Bye.